Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talladega Super Speedway for the 20... Oh, I already broke it. For the 24th race of the 2024 Dairy Van Menard's Cup Series season. Yes, it's 2025. Took a 6-month break, so eat it. Anyways, we got Alexander Thompson on pole here today. Can I have cameras, please? In the number 21 Goodyear Dodge, he's looking for his first win and trying to lock himself into the next round. That would be great considering this track is a big survival. It's a big mess when it gets heated. Way in the back here is going to be Justin Marks and Paul Selzy, starting in row number 19 and 20 respectively. Both drivers deep in the field. We'll see if it works out for them, if they can avoid those early big wrecks that we are probably going to see, but still contend for the win at the end of this very long 76-lap race. Defending race winner Will Donnelly looking to go back-to-back here at Talladega. Got the win last year. Let's see if he can do it again. He is rolling off deep in the field in 25th position. So, got a lot of ground to make up, but it's plenty of time to do it, so don't stress yet. Randy Jones, driving the number 42 Dodge, won the Daytona race. The one video that got corrupted, and so nobody ever saw the full race, but that's the winner right there. So he won the most recent plate race. We'll see if he can go back to back this year and collect win number 3. We'll see what that number 42 machine has for us, rolling off 9th. And starting just one position in front of him, Joe Buckley Jr., your defending series champion. Not in the playoffs and not in contention for the championship anymore, but he could snap a 23-race winless streak. He hasn't won at all this entire season. His last win came at the season finale in Homestead in 2023. So it's been a hot minute since that 30 machine has been in victory lane. He's got that Air Force car. Hopefully we do not see that car go up in the air today. That would be sadly very ironic, but funny at the same time. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the cars rolling here at Talladega Super Speedway. Get this one underway. Kick off the second round of the playoffs.
Drivers, start your engines.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Already a fatality. Didn't even get moving yet in the 21. Your pole sitter has an engine issue before we even get started. Hopefully he can come back out on track later in the race. He might be a few laps down. We'll see. So that'll give Dennis Baldwin the lead of that inside lane. But the original top 10 was Alexander Thompson and Joe Buckley Sr. on your front row. Dennis Baldwin, Grant Lawson, row number 2. Baron Cohen, Tyler Childers, row 3. Casey Sherwood, Joe Buckley Jr., row 4. And rounding out your top 10, Randy Jones and Scott Mason. I'm thinking I see some right side damage to that 22 machine. So we can get a better look on that. No, that is... might be a little caved in. Potentially. Well, that doesn't help us. Well, it was going to be 40 drivers, but now... Or it was going to be 41 drivers taking the green flag here today, but now it's going to be 40. As Alexander Thompson still in pit road. We'll keep you guys updated on how he is, and if he gets that car moving. Yeah, there's a little bit of scrapage there on the 22. That's gonna hurt his aero. And it's going to suck for him because this is a very air-dependent track. As the pace truck pulls off of the speedway. Wrong camera angle. Again, wrong camera angle. Joe Buckley Sr., Dennis Baldwin bringing them through the tri-oval. The crowd on their feet. Every single seat in this house is filled. As here they come, green flag is in the air. We're racing at Talladega. Already 4 wide tires way up on the outside near the wall. Grant Lawson, number 33, McDonald's Toyota, trying to get in line with him. Joe Buckley Jr. pushing that. Hurt, number 22 of Baldwin there. As they head down the back stretch, Joe Buckley Sr., Baron Cohen on a bit of a breakaway. Casey Sherwood trying to clear for third, and he will with help from Randy Jones. A lot of 3 wide throughout the field already very early on is very surprising. 3, 4 wide it looks like at some places. Caden Long, Fred Wells stuck in the middle there. Zach Barber, playoff contender there in the number 9 car. It is a hornet's nest throughout the field right now. And that number 22 keeps just dropping through the field. Started second, and now he was last scored in 12th place already. And now Randy Jones going for the race lead here on lap number 2. He's on the inside of Senior. Not a lot of drafting help from behind. You see 79 of Dale Webster in behind him. Trying to push that 29 back onto the race lead. Here comes Dale Webster trying to make a run for it. 3 wide for the race lead almost. Side by side, Randy Jones, Joe Buckley Sr. Heard some scrapage there, it sounded like. As the 42-79 going to keep it hooked up there on the bottom together. Push that 42 to the race lead. And now Donnelly Webster, teammates right there. The 58, Will Donnelly, won this race last year, and Dale Webster has a win to his name as well. At 47 years old, he would get credit with to be the oldest winner in history. Even older than old Senior up there. They're 3 wide, the top lane, Grant Lawson, Ronald Beasley, Baron Cohen trying to make it work. Caden Rose up there on Casey Sherwood. As Randy Jones is currently just trying to play defense right now. I think they should just start logging laps and just kind of chill. They don't need to be doing all this 3 wide bullcrap or else they're going to crash. And they're going to crash pretty big there. As Evan Horton and Justin Marks making moves there on the bottom, trying to get inside the top 10. That 04 machine started almost dead last here tonight. And already 4 of 76 has made his way into the top 10 as he gets around Zach Barber and Joe Buckley Jr. Still pushing that 38. Evan Horton 3 wide for second and third. Trey Mills trying to get a run going up top. Donnelly and Jones still playing hardcore defense right now. 3, 4, almost 5 wide. Luke Lawson's in a very difficult situation right there. He's trying to shuffle the 11 of Higgins out of line as Alexander Thompson is going to look to join in on this mess as he comes in right in front of the leaders. Don't lip page the field, please. He doesn't. But now Will Donnelly's going to take the race lead as they head into 3 abreast. 20 deep, it looks like 4 or 5 deep maybe, more realistically. Here comes Justin Marks with a charge. He had a push from the 26 of Scott Mason off of 4. Now he's going to get shuffled up to the top. Will Donnelly just trying to get that lap led, and he will. They're 3 wide, 4 wide now as they head into 1. What lane do you pick if you're Will Donnelly right now? Obviously, if you're not, you stick with the bottom. Make sure you block that run from Henry Rivers. Rivers has not yet won a race this season or the previous season. Oh, big crash. Playoff contenders. I see Justin Marks, Joe Buckley Sr.'s in it. Oh man, they're still wrecking hard. Oh man. Derek Richards, did he get some damage there? Maybe on the back end, no. Trey Mills, Randy Jones, Joe Buckley Sr. Let's go back here, see what triggered all of that. Looks like they're going 3-4 wide there. We don't have a good angle about helicopter. Alright, here we go. So they're 3 wide tight there. And it looks like the 42 may have been trying to come down. Hooked the 29 up into the wall, collected Oliver Anthony, Justin Marks, Trey Mills. Look at Zach Barber. This is all happening right in front of him. And he barely gets through that one. Holy crap. Look at that number 9 guard. Barely. Let's go on board with him as we watch this one unfold one last time quickly. I have to do it this way though. I have seen some close calls in my days. That was very, very close. For the number 9 machine. Oh, Ronald Beasley blowing up as well. He doesn't even look like he had any damage. Maybe a little bit on the front end there. Let's see. Oh yeah, he just tapped the outside wall though. Oh no, he hit the 04 in the rear, and that completely made the car go boom. So I think that's going to be definitely the 04 out. Oh, Dennis Baldwin is in it. Randy Jones got real beat up there. It's another mess on pit road. Matt Sanchez has some front end damages. Number 27 machine. Jordan Marr with some damage. A lot of cars beat and banged after that one. Trying to see who all is. Oh, Zach Barber did get some damage from that. I thought he got through it. Oh, there may have been another checkup. This happened in testing. I didn't know how to fix it. I tried to mess with the tracks. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. This happened before. Right in the back of Ken Wagner. Yep. Caused a big stack up there. Gave a lot of drivers some damage. Let's see, who is your race leader? Is it still Will Donnelly? Very well could be. Yes, it is. Will Donnelly, Henry Rivers, Grant Lawson, Casey Sherwood, Paul Stelzy, your top 5. Let's cut back to the green flag here in just a few moments. Getting ready to go bang green here on lap number 10. Ronald Beasley will get credited with a last place finish. Randy Jones retired as along with Joe Buckley Sr. And with this early out, he very well could need to win at the next race in the round 12, which I have no clue what the next race is. I cannot remember. As the pace truck pulling off of the speedway. Will Donnelly, Henry Rivers, Grant Lawson, bringing us back to the green flag. Slowly. It's very long. There we go. Now the green flag's back out already. Paul Stelzy, Henry Rivers jumping up to the outside. Getting right on the back bumper of that 58 machine. Stelzy going way up to the top. That's not going to be good for him. He's going to lose a ton of positions on the speedway. Kane Calloway trying to get in behind the 18. Casey Fulton pushing the 38. Evan Horton, Baron Cohen jumping out of line. Grant Lawson jumping out of line. Can't quite get to the inside of that 94 just yet. Was close, not close enough though. Baron Cohen going to take fourth from the 31 and the 52. Tyler Childers, 2 wins on the season, one just a few weeks ago, well, a few months ago, at the Charlotte Roval. He won the most recent race. And he's looking pretty good. He might be starting to get his season more in gear. He's been consistent throughout the whole year, but just hasn't really been there at the end to win more races. Now is Grant Lawson now trying to get back around the 94, but can't. He's going to foul back behind Henry Rivers. GPR Motorsports still looking for their first win as a team between Rivers and Derek Richards. It was way back here in 24th, now 23rd. They have not won a race yet, but they're looking for some more this season. They got a few more races to maybe get a win or two, but next season they might be switching manufacturers from Chevy to potentially a new one. Might be a new one next year. It was reported earlier this week actually that Lamborghini went bankrupt, so as there is a Lamborghini in the field, only one. They did not field the 40 this week because it reportedly costed too much and there's too much risk involved. But they have gone bankrupt, so I don't know what the Lotus Motorsports team is going to do with their team, if they're going to switch, stick with Lamborghini, or what. I mean, I can imagine wrecking one of those Lamborghini cars is definitely going to be very expensive. Let's go 3 wide for what I think is 4th. Henry Rivers is going to slide in behind his former driver, there in the 26, Alex Chapman. He went down pit road. We just saw him do that a few laps ago. He's going to be right in front of all these leaders here. Where's that 88 car going to go? Big push coming from the 25 and the 26. They're going to get stuck right behind Will Donnelly at the Toyotas in the outside lane. 3 of them, sorry. They're probably going to zip right around that 88 car. Not exactly everybody kind of checked up for that, but Luke Lawson is going to get away with the race lead there. Swoop in front of Chapman. Childers going to try to clear the 88 here through 1 and 2, but I don't know if he's going to get the run off of it. It appears he will. He'll get the draft off of that 25. He'll be able to come down in front of the 88 there. And that really pulled the field back together. As you can see the 83 and the 30 down on the bottom, 2 Fords working together. That 88 is teammates with the 30, Jr. He's still, like I mentioned before during the pre-race, looking for his first win of the season. The defending series champion won 3 races last year, and so far has come up with nothing for this season. As Chandler Rhodes is looking to make it 4 wide into turn 1 and as Kane Calloway, Will Donnelly up in the wall. He gets out of it. Might have a little damage on that right side, but I think he will be relatively okay. As Luke Lawson continues to hold ground on the race lead over Tyler Childers and Scott Mason. Mason looking to the inside now for second. Whoa, Jonathan Davenport out of nowhere. Not gonna lie to you, I kind of forgot he was in this. But there he is in number 91. He's taking up 4th now. He was on the brink of making the playoffs there. He was the first driver to miss points. There's a couple other drivers who missed because they weren't inside the top 25 for wins. One of them being that number 26 car right there. of Scott Mason. Got the win early in the season in California, and then just kind of fell off after that. He had a few good runs every now and again, but it never was enough to get him in to propel him in the standings. And Chandler Rhodes, he won at Pikes Peak, the regular season finale, a little while ago, but it was not enough to get him inside the top 25 either. Beautiful paint scheme on the number 67, by the way. And his car was the only one that actually lost. His alternate paint scheme is the only one of all the DMCS car files that got deleted. Don't know how that happened, but it did, so here we are. As the field's now coming up on another lap car, Justin Marks. Everybody's going to stack up a little bit. Rhodes going to try to go for the lead. Not going to work yet, and might now. He's going to get on the inside of Scott Mason through 4. Side by side here, Tyler Childers, he's got a choice to make. And yeah, Chandler Rhodes, I figured he was going to take the lead, and he does. We're talking about GPR Motorsports. There's Derek Richards just a few laps ago. He was all the way back in 24th now, running in that 5th position. Richards is one of those fan favorites of this series. Alexander Thompson with a lot of front end damage, stacking up the field again. 3 Chevrolets all on that bottom lane. Richards is going to go with his teammate Henry Rivers down on the bottom to try to push their way past Chandler Rhodes. Now he's going to swerve up to the top behind the 67. Oh, Henry Rivers just went down pit road. It is getting close to that green flag pit stop cycle time. Thinking whoever gets in a big group is going to have the most chance, but in a test race I did before this, Zach Barber went down pit road by himself, came out by himself, and was faster than the entire field. So take with that what you will. Let's look at the fastest lap. Right now it goes to Luke Lawson with the 47.418, and Zach Barber is down in 17th with a 47.911 as his fastest scored race lap. Chandler Rhodes still holding the lead here. Let's see how many coming up pit road. This time it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's a wreck as the field enters pit road. Luke Lawson going for a little spin there. Oh, Paul Selzy got collected, and Justin Marks did as well. As if his race wasn't already going bad enough, it just went from worse to worse. I don't know how it could get any worse. Just barely tags the 18 there, sends him around. But what happened here that got Luke Lawson involved in this? Oh, it looks like he was trying to come down pit road. You can't pit from the 3rd lane, especially when there's cars to your left. And Paul Selzy had nowhere to go. Selzy had no damage before that either. But Davin Armstrong, he was in that 7 car that was to the left of the 25. This car looks okay. I don't think he got hit that hard to really cause concern to the number 7 machine, but you never know. So it looks like it picked up Kane Calloway as the 2nd place driver. But we'll see how pit stops shake up the order here, because I know that's going to have a huge effect on that, because some drivers pit under caution. Let's go back to the green flag here. We'll be back in just a minute. So it would appear everybody went down pit road there. 26 cars on the lead lap right now, and a lot of them are out of the race. Paul Selzy is out. Justin Marks is out. Will Donnelly is out. Oh wow. And Joe Buckley Sr. is also out. That's just the playoff drivers. Will Donnelly, who was just eliminated from the playoffs after last race at the Charlotte Roval. But Grant Lawson, Chandler Rhodes, Kane Calloway, Scott Mason, and Joey Higgins, your top 5 as we get back green on lap number 24. Getting close to just 50 to go here. As they head through the Geico restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Good jump for Chandler Rhodes. Going to get right on the outside of the 33. Both drivers don't really have much drafting help. See if Rhodes can slide down and clear. He can. What a start for the 67 machine. He's looking for his 5th career win. And a little while ago, I have to pull it up. A little while ago, I did a poll in the Discord server of who people would think would get to 5 wins first. And I want to see what people said. People said Luke Lawson would do it first. He's still sitting at 3. Scott Mason going back down pit road there. Don't know why, but he did. Questionable choice. He probably could have just pitted unless he had a black flag. He had to serve a penalty. Now Adam Valdez going for the race lead. Did not see that one happening. Valdez. Oh my. You want to talk about a winless streak? Counting today, he's working on a 30 race winless streak. I think he last won at Portland of last year, if I remember correctly. I don't know if that was his only win or not, but East River Racing as a whole has not had a good year this season for any of their drivers. The 15, Trey Mills, looked like he could potentially point his way into the playoffs, but too many people started winning, and he kind of stopped having those really good races that he was having. And I mean, Fred Wells, he was in the championship for last season. He has had a really good year. This Talladega race is not helping him at all in the slightest. All the way down to 31st, right in front of his teammate Trey Mills, who's 21st. Baron Cohen trying to get out of this loop of bad, damaged, slow cars. He's probably going to lose the draft here to Caden Long. Don't know who is in 20th right now. Let's do okay, Casey Sherwood was scored in 20th. And, oh, thought I was going to go down pit road there, but he did not. Back up front, Jonathan Davenport now takes the race lead on lap 28. We'll go 3 wide here for a second. As King Calloway will clear the 26 and the 30 through 1 and 2. Adam Valdez back on the attack down the back straightaway. Chandler Rhodes going to pop out of line behind that number 67 or 87 machine. The front 4 about 3, 4, now 2 car lengths apart as they go through turns 3 and 4. Chandler Rhodes going to sneak up in front of the 45. It's going to be a drag race to the tri-oval here. Valdez trying to get his lap led again. And at the line, looks like he will. Top 4 are all pulling away from the rest of the field right now. That's Tyler Childers, Kane Calloway, Grant Lawson, Joe Buckley Jr. just trying to catch back up. They were 1.5 seconds behind them last time around. They definitely made that ground up here. As you can see, they are right there once more. Chandler Rhodes trying to retake the race lead. He had it just before the caution came out. Single file, Davenport popping out of line. Tyler Childers up on the wall, trying to make something happen all the way up there. I don't think he's going to get the run he was hoping for on Blaze Rich. Maybe he will, actually. Holy crap. It wasn't the biggest run you could have seen. It was actually a lot more than I was expecting. Right now, Evan Horn, last car in the draft. Also last car inside the top 10. And Derek Richards, Joey Higgins trying to keep up with the lead draft here. But doing it side by side is not going to work. It's just going to slow them down even more. As now Davenport back to the point here. And his number 91 Hyper Ice Dodge Charger. Still looking for his first win. He's had some pretty good pace all season long. I think he could have been a strong playoff contender. Maybe not strong, but I think he would have been probably a first round elimination. Though I don't quite remember how he did at those 3 playoff races. Chicago, Charlotte. Don't remember the other one. What was that other race? I know Chicagoland was the first one. It was Richmond. Laurent Sanchez won, and he ended up sweeping both of Richmond races now. Tyler Childers taking the race lead there on lap 31 away from the 91. Henry Rivers trying to throw his hat back into the ring here. Knocking on the door of the 91 machine. He's going to take away that second spot there. Not quite clear of him though, but he should be able to once they turn into number 1 here. And yeah. Where's that number 30 at? He's 10th right now. He's at the back of this pack here. Also want to see, where is the number 9 of Zach Barber? Oh. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. We'll just go back to Baron Cohen. 21st right now. Not in the draft. He lost this pack here. I was up to 16th. The rest of this field is still trying to catch up to this pack here. It looks like Joe Buckley Jr. might lose the draft. I think he already did. He's like 2 seconds, but he's a 1.1 second. Lawson might even fall out here soon as well. Make it only 8 cars inside the top in the pack there. Tyler Childers trying to go back to back for the second time in his career. Won his first 2 races he ever ran back in 2023 as a part-time entry for the, at the time, the newly formed Country Music Motorsports. One of the weirdest team names I've ever seen, but you know what? Pop off. Davenport second, Henry Rivers third, as they're starting to pull away from fourth. Adam Valdez is trying to pull Chandler Rhodes, Evan Horton with him. And right now, you can see only 3 playoff drivers inside of the top 10, dictated by their orange windshield banners and their orange spoilers, and their orange roof numbers as well. I think they stick out pretty nice compared to all the other drivers. As Davenport, Rivers, Rhodes, Childers, your first 4. Lawson, also, he's coming in hot. Oh man, 5 cars on pit road right now. Joe Buckley Jr. is going to join them as well. Danny Fisher, Caden Long, Casey Fulton, Casey Sherwood, Davin Armstrong. A lot of drivers down pit road right now. Baron Cohen coming in a little later. He was pretty far behind though, to be fair. See how all these pit cycles work as they're 3 wide for the race lead up here between Adam Valdez, Ken Callaway, Evan Horton. Pretty sure Horton's looking for his 4th win now, as everybody's coming down pit road except for Adam Valdez. He is staying out, which without any drafting help might mess up his chances here to keep the ground he just made up. However, we shall see, as he's coming out pretty much right in front of everybody who pitted just before. Oh no, he's still pretty far back there. You can see him back there. There's Henry Rivers, Chandler Rhodes, Davenport, Childers is a little further up. But for the most part, that little 4 or 5 car pack stayed together, especially these two, Chandler Rhodes, Jonathan Davenport, bumper to bumper as they work their way up to speed. And now they're going to go too wide. Now Valdez is going to come down pit road. I do believe Childers is going to reclaim the race lead next time around. I do not think that Adam Valdez is going to beat them out of pit road, especially with how slow he is right now. Or at least how slow he's going to be. But Childers is also kind of in on his own here. But look at Evan Horton. He probably could have beaten the 52 out there had he not been stuck behind the 22 of Dennis Baldwin, who is more than definitely holding him up right now. Just sitting right in front of him. Here comes King Galloway, who's probably going to shoot right around both of these two. If I had to guess. They're going to be split. Oh, Dennis Baldwin blocked the 83 there. That was a choice. I say that a lot, but that was definitely one of the choices to be choiced. A lot of laps down. No hood on that car. A lot of damage. Probably some engine issues as well. And he's blocking lead lap cars from advancing their position there. Oh my god, it actually worked. Valdez actually beat the 52 out of pit road. I was not expecting that at all. He beat him out, but there's there's only like a 10-mile-an-hour difference between the 52 and the 87. I'm sure Childers probably just going to stick behind him. I don't think he's going to fight him too hard. Is the 87 going to block? Yes, he is. Oh, I thought he was going to get turned there for a second. Now as they head through the tri-oval, Childers are going to have to just stick behind him right now. So that is the battle for the race lead. And Chandler Rhodes, Evan Horton, Kane Calloway, about 2 seconds behind those two numbnuts. And Henry Rivers plays Rich. He's in the top 10. You got Danny Fisher, Joe Buckley Jr., Jonathan Davenport. Not far behind. You can see the rest of your top 5 starting to pull them in there. They're right behind him. A lot of fan favorites inside the top 5 right now. Childers now takes the race lead. Evan Horton. We almost have one of every single manufacturer is at the top 5. 2 Fords, 1 Toyota, 1 Chevy, 1. We got 2 Chevys, 2 Fords, and 1 Toyota. 3 wide with the race lead. Childers up top, Horton on the middle, and Chandler Rhodes downstairs is going to take it with help from that 83 of Kane Calloway. See if Henry Rivers can maybe get up here. He very well could. Where's Chandler Rhodes going to go? He's going to go to the bottom. Going to get hung up a little bit by Zach Barber. Noah Sears, I don't think he has any damage. Oh, yeah, he does. He has some rear end damage there. A little beat up there. They're all going to go single file behind or underneath that 70 machine, except for Evan Horton. He's going to get hung up just a little bit more. And I think these lap cars definitely helped Henry Rivers here, as he is now in the conversation to get in this draft here, so he can just get around Noah Sears, who's going to go to the bottom. That's not what that 94 machine needed. He needed to get around Noah Sears. But Sears decided to block. We're going to have to start penalizing these lap down drivers for blocking lead lap cars, because he's going like 7-8 miles an hour slower. Which may not seem like a huge difference, but here it is. You need any draft advantage you can get now. Rivers is even further back than he was, I want to say. It was like 1.5 beforehand. It's probably going to be like 2.5 now. It's King Calloway takes the race lead. I think this is the first laps he's ever led in a race. Got another lap car up here, Trey Mills. A little bit of damage on his number 15 up front. But let's see if this helps Henry Rivers pull in a little bit more. side by side as they try to get around the 15. Callaway is the only smart one there who actually went to the outside, as everybody else is going to have to fight to get around the 15. Rivers isn't that far back. They can keep the 15 on the outside. Henry Rivers might be able to just follow him through on the bottom as they hit turns 1 and 2. But it's not looking likely. He's going to go right back to the bottom. Henry Rivers just kind of getting screwed over with every lap car he sees. So this time he's going to be smart about it. And go to the outside as long as the 15 doesn't move up. And that's exactly what he just does. Of course. Of course he does. He's going to get around them, and he should be able to stick with Adam Valdez there. As Tyler Childers once again to the race lead here. Right behind me is every single car in the draft behind him right now. Evan Horton now darts to the inside. Chandler Rhodes with a run up the middle. Not quite able to get to his outside though. Getting close to just 30 laps to go here at Talladega, and this right here looking like it's going to be the race for the win as Henry Rivers puts himself back into the conversation here. The top 6 all in the draft, as the rest of the field, the 33, Grant Lawson, Derek Richards, Blaze Rich, over 6 seconds behind the rest of the field here. And you can see just how far back they are, because they're already halfway through 3 and 4. They're just now getting to turn 3. They're now going through the triangle, and they're now exiting turn 4. They're probably at the start-finish line now. Jonathan Davenport on pit road. Very early stop for him, I'd imagine. Although pit stops could be happening now, too. Not too sure. But we do know, oh yeah, pit stops happening again already. We do know Valdez can probably run just maybe another lap longer than everybody else. It worked for him the last time. Will it work again? Who knows? Casey Fulton trying to mess up the leaders here. Almost a wreck there between the 52 and the 87. Chandler Rhodes is just running away with the lead right now. Evan Horton and Adam Valdez going to sneak to the bottom. They're going to make it 4 wide. Ooh, that could have gone real south real quick. We're already as south as we can get here in Alabama. Chandler Rhodes about 10-15 car lengths ahead of second place. Henry Rivers there. Big advantage for the 67 right now. Rivers, Callaway, Horton, Childers your top 5. Valdez in 6th. Still no pit stops for the top 6 here. Lap 50 or so, everybody will have visited pit road again. Probably see one more stop before this race is over. Rivers now on the attack on the bottom. Here comes Evan Horton behind him. Childers and Valdez trying to get back up with the lead draft here. Looks like Rivers, Horton, maybe Childers coming down pit road this time. Nope, it's just Childers. He's going by himself. We'll see if that works for him. It worked for Adam Valdez last time around, but just because it worked once doesn't mean it'll work twice. He is now starting to lose the lead draft as well, so a caution could really shake up this entire event right now. There's the O2 Oliver Anthony, who was involved in that lap 4 crash very early on. Some lap traffic is what that 87 machine needed though. Don't think it's going to help him out too much though. We'll see if anybody else comes down pit road. Everybody but Kane Calloway and Adam Valdez. Look at the run Valdez got. He is right there with the 83 now. He's going about 10 miles an hour faster than Kane Calloway through the tri-oval. He's going to get to his outside and maybe even take the race lead here as they head into one, and he will. He's going to clear down to the bottom. I think a little bit of drafting help might be good for the 87 here. I think they're going to come down this time around. They're going to get around Alexander Thompson quickly, easily. He went one lap longer than everybody else last time around, and he will again this time. 29 laps to go in the race. See if he can have a good stop here. We'll go to Tyler Childers, see where he is at. He's a lap down right now. He's only in turn 2 right now. He just unlapped himself. There's everybody else that pit. Davenport, is he 1 lap down? Or is he 2 laps down? He's still a lap down, so he's not the race leader. So right now, Henry Rivers is looking like your race leader here. As Valdez and them coming out of pit road. Rivers is just now going through the tri-oval. Valdez starting to pick up the pace. You can see the 94 in the background there. It may have worked twice for Adam Valdez here because he has a nice clean track in front of him too. Look at that. Clear backstretch. 163, 182, 83, 84, 170, about 15 miles an hour difference between the two drivers right there. He's going to slow up maybe the 38 there. Everybody checked up a little bit. Now it's just the top 4 in this lead draft. Chandler Rhodes is out of it. The 83 is out of it. Caution is out on the track. That's going to shake things up big time here. I don't see any cars wrecking anymore, at least. So we're going to have to go to the pace track and figure out when the caution came out. Because it had to have been just recently. It was just starting to move there. Any second now. There it is. Pace lights are on the pace. Ooh, in the tri-oval. Looks like we had... Oh, Casey Fulton. What in the heck are you doing there, buddy? Car's supposed to be straight, not sideways. Here comes Joey Higgins with a huge run. Just gets in his left rear. Sends him around. Only one car involved. Sucks for the 56 machine, though. Not a good race to start 24th at the time of that wreck, but he definitely could have gotten a little bit more there because he was on the lead lap. No, he was not. Never mind, I lied. That's going to be huge for Davenport if he stayed on the lead lap there because he was a lap down, working on 2 laps down. And he did. He's still on the lead lap. Now, 26 laps to go. I'm sure everybody's going to come back down pit road here, but we'll be back when we're going green. I remember when I said that Darlington was probably going to be the longest race on the season. Well, Talladega might top that because right now we still have 20 laps to go and we're already over that 1 hour mark. So, yeah. But your top 10 after pit stops and all that: Adam Valdez, Evan Horton, Blaze Rich inside the top 3, Tyler Childers, Henry Rivers, Joe Buckley Jr., Kane Calloway, Chandler Rhodes, Derek Richards, and the number 12, Danny Fisher. And oh, Blaze Rich just pit again. Not good. Oh, he did not, in fact, pit. He is actually blowing up right now on the bottom of the track. Hopefully that doesn't bring out an instant caution, but green flag back in the air. Keep an eye on that 44. As the field roars back into turn number 1. Adam Valdez. I think that's the first time we didn't see the second place car pop out of line right away and try to take the race lead there. He's going to duck to the inside. Joe Buckley Jr. going to go with him. Not a lot of help on that inside lane. Needs to form up just a little bit more here. Lots of space compared to the outside. Side by side. Big gap between the 38 and the 30. But here comes Joe Buckley Jr. A little bit of a run there. It's to the inside of that 87. Derek Richards on the inside of his teammate Henry Rivers. Trying to battle for 4th or 5th. Green flag is still out. Where is that 45 at, Blaze Rich? He is in pit road. So he's safe, he's good. Joe Buckley Jr. up to 2nd now. I haven't seen this car go in the air once yet, but it seems that he has had no luck at all this entire season. So he would love to get a win to make it look like not that bad of a year. I think he was like top 10 in regular season points before the playoffs started. So it's not like it's been a terrible, but I mean, we had a lot of different winners that with the win in your in system, you win one race and you're locked into the playoffs, it kind of screws over those other drivers who don't have a win, but are inside the top 16 points. So think about changing that for next season, but still on the fence because I think it adds an extra little bit of entertainment factor in a sense. But 20 to go this time around. Evan Horton, Joe Buckley Jr., Adam Valdez, Henry Rivers, and Derek Richards, your top 5 as they run. Valdez looking for a move on the inside here. Trying to take back over 2nd. He's looking to try to get back to the race lead here for sure. This is the most competitive race Valdez has been in since like last season, I'd have to say, because he has not had any speed at all year. Danny Fisher, where the hell did he come from? He's inside the top 5 now in that discount tire Dodge. If I remember correctly, Danny Fisher is the youngest driver in the field, and he has always been in the back, so it would be like underdog story of the year if Danny Fisher somehow managed to win this race here tonight. But right now, it's still Evan Horton on the pole. And then number 38, Bass Pro Shops car. Fisher now trying to make a move to the inside. He has no help coming from behind whatsoever. Here comes Derek Richards, Joe Buckley Jr. with a lot of shuffling going on right now. Danny Fisher trying to lead his first lap. Ken Calloway is blowing up in the background. Uh-oh. Right in front of Joey Higgins. He's trying to get down below the apron there, but a lot of speed can really hurt that guy. He's down there. He's safe. He's off the track. He's just got to make sure he can limp it back around to pit road without any more incident there. He was having a great night as well. We've seen that 83 blow up way too many times, which sucks, but the 12 of Danny Fisher now to the race lead on lap number 58, and Grant Lawson going down pit road. Getting to the end of this one here. We'll quick peek. Did the 83 make it to pit road? Oh, no, he's in the middle of the track. Okay, get down, get down, get down, get down, get down. Everybody's coming. And they're coming quick. Okay, they just got down to the backstretch. You're fine. It looks like he will be able to make it the whole way back around, because it started blowing up in the middle of the tri-oval there, so he had to go the whole way around for 2.5 miles with a blown up motor. And hopefully, just hope that he made it, and he did, so good for him. He didn't mess up any other drivers' races as well. Maybe a little bit on that number 11, but looks like it's a valve issue on that number 3 for Kane Callaway Motorsports. Looking to find Joey Higgins. He's 13th right now, so I don't mess him up too much because I don't think he really could have gained or lost much more time there because he was already dropping out of the pack. And Grant Lawson going to come back out on track here. Definitely going to get swallowed up here by everybody. They're all single file right now. We haven't seen this all race long. I think now they're just trying to keep it cool. You see Baron Cohen. He's back inside the top 5 now with that caution. Good for him, honestly. Between these and the road courses, this is Baron Cohen's best shot to get a win. I mean, he showed some immense pace at Chicagoland. I was very impressed with that, but just could not hold off Justin Marks long enough. Because Marks was coming. He was coming quick. He had a really good car. But Justin Marks, he's not in the picture right now. He wrecked down on lap 5. See if you see any shuffling here as they head down the backstretch. Still single file. They all just might be riding around here for the last 15 laps or so. If we're starting to run out of time for these drivers, could be down to the top 4, maybe even the top 5. Adam Valdez, he's going to come down pit road. This might come down to pit strategy. There's going to be another pit stop, but now that I think about it, we restarted like 20 plus laps to go, and they can probably make it on a little less than 20 or something like that. Like 17, 18 laps if they're lucky, and we currently have 15 to go. So now that I think about it, pit stops right now aren't that too crazy. The pit window is very, very small right now. Wish it was a little bit longer, but it's a little bit of craziness to an already very crazy race. Danny Fisher still leading the way right now. As Lance Racing Enterprises, number 12, Discount Tire Dodge. Evan Horton, Joe Buckley Jr. just waiting to pounce. These guys have had elite pit stops all season long, the 12. They don't have enough money to really train all their guys to have good stops, so you never know how that 12 is going to do on pit road, especially when the time comes to it. Adam Valdez is going to get around Blaze Rich, maybe? Thought about it. Now everybody else coming down pit road. Baron Cohen, Joe Buckley Jr., Evan Horton, Danny Fisher, Henry Rivers, Tyler Childress, Chandler Rhodes, not Kane Callaway. These two already pit, the 33 and the 31. I'm going to keep an eye on Adam Valdez because he was in that lead draft beforehand. He's got a little bit of drafting help from the 45 of Blaze Rich, who, as far as I'm aware, he hasn't had any issues this race, so he's going to duck to the inside and maybe work with Derek Richards a little bit, perchance. Maybe. Just do whatever he can to make up the most ground. See how everything's going here on pit road. Danny Fisher actually won the race off pit road by a landslide over some of those top tier teams there. Big gap between he and the 20. The 20 was the next guy in line. Then it was Evan Horton, Joe Buckley Jr., Henry Rivers as Adam Valdez flies by him. He's going to get around the 38 as well. Don't think he's going to catch the 20. Oh yeah, never mind. He's going to fly right by the 20. But Danny Fisher is a whole nother question. He might get to him eventually. I don't know if the 49 is going to be on the lead lap. But Danny Fisher is going to be your race leader unofficially. I do believe. Oh, that's huge. That is huge that Thompson just pit. That's one less car that Adam Valdez can get hung up on there. Oh, wait. 31 did not hit. Not yet, at least. Okay, he's coming out pit road now. That concerned me for a second. But Blaze Rich still a lap down. It's looking like it might come down to these three drivers right here. Danny Fisher, Derek Richards, and Adam Valdez. Richards is trying to take that second spot here. It's to the inside of Valdez. I don't even know who the highest playoff driver is going to be. It probably is going to be Evan Colton there. Just based off of gaps alone, because Tyler Childers is like 4 seconds behind him. 10 to go next time by. These are the three drivers racing for the win right now. Aaron Cohen almost 5 seconds back of those three. We'll see if maybe some craziness here with these lappers can shake things up a little lot. It's looking like it might, especially for Adam Valdez. He gets a little mixed up there with the 96 Clayton Baxter. Still can't get around him. But it is still Danny Fisher up front leading the way. To go to the bottom on Jordan Marr. Derek Richards going to follow him through here. Trusting that number 12. But how long will he trust him? 4.9 seconds was the gap. They gained about almost half a second that time around. They might gain a little bit more. Look at Adam Valdez with the run he has in the number 87 machine. You can see everybody else coming, and they're coming fast. Holy crap. This might smell trouble for these three people who are just trying to run away right now. As Derek Richards is going to take the race lead with just 10 laps to go. They got a lot more firepower in that second pack. Zach Barber now holding up those three. Danny Fisher shooting the middle here. Side by side for race lead. Give it to Fisher. 9 laps to go. Adam Valdez once again getting held up. The gap is now 2 seconds back to Valdez and Sherwood. Oh man. A lot more firepower. At least they did have a lot more. They got shaken up big time there. Now Richards back on the attack. To the inside he goes. Trying to take the race lead once again. This time it's going to work. It's going to clear Fisher. Almost got held up by the 70. Gonna get around on the bottom. Still has the race lead. Adam Valdez still trying to get around that 87 of Blaze Rich, or the 45 of Blaze Rich. He's nowhere to go. There's lap cars all around him wherever he does go. The gap between Sherwood and the leaders now 1.1 seconds. Danny Fisher is starting to slide back a little bit. But the gap between Sherwood and Evan Horton is almost a second and a half, over a second and a half there. Now Valdez is clear of all the lappers. Danny Fisher probably going to slide down in between them, but here comes Casey Sherwood. Don't know where he came from, but there he is. His East River Racing number 31. It is now 4-car battle for the win here at Talladega. And was hoping to get it easy from his East River Racing teammate, but he won't. Trey Mills going to hold him up just a little bit. Derek Richards going to scoot away even more. 3 East River Racing cars in the picture right there. That is something I never thought you'd see. It's the field coming down the backstretch. Casey Sherwood gets clear of Trey Mills. Adam Valdez still can't. Danny Fisher in third right now. Derek Richards leading the way right here. Blaze Rich going down pit road. Adam Valdez has been fighting him for the last like 3-4 laps just to get around him. don't think Evan Horton and Baron Cohen and them are going to be able to catch up. They're 4 seconds behind them right now. I know they gain about half a second, but I don't think it's going to be enough. 4/10 of a second, that is. Now Danny Fisher to the bottom. Oh boy, this is gonna be a crazy finish. I can already tell, because I think they might catch that. Evan Horton, Baron Cohen, Tyler Childers on a major attack right now. They are pushing with everything they have as Adam Valdez pushes Danny Fisher back to the race lead. And Adam Valdez trying to take the lead now for himself. He has his teammate Casey Sherwood pushing him on the bottom. 5 laps to go here at Talladega. 3.7 seconds behind last time around. This time, it barely changed. Okay, that was anticlimactic. There goes Grant Lawson in the number 33, trying to get in front of Derek Richards, maybe? No. No more lap car intervention, as Adam Valdez still leads the way, as his teammate Casey Sherwood right behind him. Well, almost right behind him at least. 4 to go here at Talladega. The gap seems to be opening up between the top 4 and Tyler Childers. Oh yeah, it did. 4/10 of a second gained on that field. I think they'll be okay. Let's just start gaining some ludicrous time here, but they're all single file, and as I say that, Joe Buckley Jr. and Evan Horton pop out of line there, acting like they're racing for the win. It's going to be tough to get around these teammates here, but it looks like they're going to split up. And Adam Valdez found his little best friend there. Pit stops again? Oh boy. Things just got a lot more interesting. Now let's see who has the most gas to make it to the end, if any of them do. With 3 laps to go, we've seen a lot of crazy pit stops happen in a lot of these races. Could it happen again tonight? Derek Richards leads. Danny Fisher second. Casey Sherwood third. Adam Valdez just went down pit road. And Sherwood looks like he might be eyeing up to go down pit road as well this time around. See what he does here out of turn number 4. Is he going to make that hard left turn? But no. Derek Richards will. It is now down to these two. Casey Sherwood, Danny Fisher coming to just 2 laps to go. Do any of these drivers have enough to make it to the end, or will they have to come down pit road? Coming to the white flag this time around. It would be silly to pit this late in the game. Fisher looking to get a run here on Sherwood. Here comes the rest of the mob. I said this like 40 laps ago, but it would be insane if Danny Fisher can pull off the upset win and get it done here at Talladega. Coming to the white flag. They're staying out. Fisher with the run on the bottom. Is this the move that changes the entire race? 1 more lap to go here at Talladega. Blaze Rich pushing the number 12 car back to the race lead. Casey Sherwood going to file in behind the 45. Do they have enough to make it 1 more lap as they come out of turn 2 down the backstretch for the final time? Fisher, Sherwood, Horton, your top 3 as they run. Fisher going up top. I don't think that's what you were supposed to do there, boss. Casey Sherwood's going to have a big run here out of turn number 4. Side by side. Sherwood trying to get his first career win, but so is Danny Fisher. Sherwood is clear as they come through the tri-oval. And it looks like Casey Sherwood is going to win at Talladega. That was the wrong move by Danny Fisher to go up top in 3 and 4. He should have just stayed on the bottom. But inexperience will do that to you. But give it up to the 31 machine, giving Easter Racing their first win of 2024, I do believe. I don't think they've won yet this year. Danny Fisher comes home second, Evan Horton third, Chandler Rhodes fourth, Tyler Childers in fifth, Henry Rivers sixth, Joe Buckley Jr. seventh, Baron Cohen eighth, Matt Sanchez ninth, even with that damage, and Cody Foster rounds out your top 10. Let's take a look at the updated point standings and see where all the playoff drivers are sitting after the first round in the round of 12. So after that wreck fest where half of the playoff drivers literally are dead, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Justin Marks, Paul Selzy, Joe Buckley Sr., and Jaden Bowers are all within 20 points of the cut line. You can get 150 points per race, but Childers, Horton, and Sanchez, those three can each potentially lock in via points after this next race. And looking at the full points here, Casey Sherwood jumps up to 18th in points, and he really hasn't had that bad of a season, really. He's right there with Davenport, 38 points behind him. And I mean, what you can only think of what could have been for Derek Richards. That would have been his 6th top 10 finish of his entire career, or not entire career, but of the season. And Danny Fisher with that 2nd place finish, that's his best run of the season, and I want to say the best run of his career, and that's his first top 5 finish this whole season. Well, I don't know if he got any last season. I would have to look, but I didn't. Completely forgot to. But without further ado, that is it for today's race. Next race is at Milwaukee for the Dodge Dealers 300. Hope to see you guys there. I don't know when it's going to be uploaded, and I already see a graphical error in the graphic here. I'll have to go in and fix that before it gets up, so you guys won't see it, but I'm looking right at it. So anyways, we'll see you guys in the next race. Toodles.